this or this? In this episode, I'm about to show you how to identify the fake from the real foods. As we all know, the Nigerian food industry is largely informal, and so a lot of fake foods are being sold as real. In this episode, we'll pick a few of them and I'll show you how to identify the real from the fake. So I got this keg from a family member. She had used the oil in the keg, and so when she finished, after a while she realized these stains. You can see they're like pinkish stains, and what I've learned is they use dyes. People that sell palm oil in open market usually use dyes. They mix dyes with their palm oil. Sometimes they mix these dyes so that the oil is colorful, like really reddish and attractive to buy, and other times they do that also to increase the quantity of the oil. So we can now look at this too. Now you can see, if I put them closely, you can see the difference. One is really reddish and the other one just has like a red color. So this contains dye and this doesn't. As you can see, this has like an unusually bright red color, while this one just has like a calm red color. So you can see, if you look at the, what's it called, this light part of the oil on top, you can see that the color looks very funny. And most of the dyes used, because recently they also they discovered a lot of this too in their markets in Ghana. These dyes rather that are mixed with this palm oil, they are potentially carcinogenic, which means that they can cause cancer, because they are dyes that are used for clothes, they're used for cosmetics, they are like chemical additives, and they can potentially carcinogenic, they can cause cancer. They usually mix these additives, these dyes, with the palm oil to make them really reddish and attractive to buy. And they also do that as well to increase the quantity of the oil. So it's definitely something to look out for. So as you can see, you see some oil, sometimes you don't know. For example, you go to the market, you want to buy like a 5-liter keg of oil. There are a couple of tests, although those tests is not like they are foolproof, that they can give you like 100%, but it just helps you. For example, you can look at the bottom of the keg. Sometimes when you look at the bottom of the keg, you would see stains of the dye at the bottom. You can also, like I said initially, you can also look at the color. If it's a transparent plastic, you can look at the color to try and see, Then another way you can identify is by the smell. Although that smell too can be funny, but you can check the smell, you can check the taste. Because once you put oil that is not well cooked as well, when you try and taste it, it kind of sticks to your tongue. So these are little tests you can do. But the easiest thing to do to make sure that you're not eating palm oil that has dye in it is to buy from a reputable vendor. Maybe someone that buys directly from people that produce the oil, or you can also buy all these oils that usually have NAFDAC number. At least those ones have been tested in the lab, because there's a way they can test them for free fatty acids and to know if there are any external additives in it. So that as well could help. So we move on to honey. Now, according to statistics, it shows that honey is the third most adulterated food product in the world. There's also a statistic that shows that 35% of the honey that you find being sold in the market is fake. Now, it's not like the additives that people add to honey, it's not like they are necessarily harmful. A lot of times what they add to honey is sugar syrup and all of that. But the truth about it is that the benefits in honey, because honey is a natural product, as we all know, honey never goes bad. So once they start mixing things with honey, what it just means is that it affects the level of antioxidants, and it also affects the glycemic index. So you can just imagine maybe somebody that is using honey to run away from the processed sugars, and the person is now taking sugar instead. So because the physical tests for honey are not, people have different opinions about them, is one of the ways, and I'll share a video of honey.ng. She has a few tests that she uses, but a lot of people just have different opinions.
The next honey test is going to be the fire test. Okay, so this is just an empty plastic. I'm going to pour honey here, then soak the matches and light it up so you guys will see. All right, so this is it. This is the matches. So if this honey is actually mixed with water, definitely it will not light on this matchstick at all. But let's do it so you guys can see. All right, see. You can see. So you can see it's flammable. It is flammable. So the next honey test is going to be the honeycomb test. Yeah. So this is water. Small. Okay. So this is the next one. You can see it's taking the shape of a honeycomb. You can see it, right? You can see it. Stop, let it see what you can see. So the fourth one is going to be the sand test. Okay,
for the sand test, the honey will roll up like a ball on sand instead of being absorbed if it's actually like water.
Thank you for always choosing honey stuff.
So I'll just advise that the best way to get the best honey is to buy from either a trusted vendor, someone that gets it directly from beekeepers, or to buy directly from a beekeeper. The two bottles of honey in this video, this one is from a beekeeper and this one is from a farmer's market. So getting it from the right source would also help you. You can do some of the physical tests, except you do like a C4 sugar test, or you use like a nuclear resonance test on your honey. It's really difficult to prove that it's fake or adulterated or real. So the simplest way to just get it right is to buy from a trusted vendor or to buy directly from a beekeeper. So I like to believe that you're very familiar with this food. Well, we call it amala for those who are not familiar, and it's made from dried yam flour. But there's something that now goes on. So because of sometimes the price of yam, it can then determine the quality of the yam flour or the yam that will be used to make your yam flour. Normally this is the okay, let me bring it out so you can see. Normally this is the dried yam that most people would advertise that is used for your yam flour. So normally this is the yam flour. Even for those that sell the already blended yam flour, this is the dried yam they would normally tell you that is used to make this yam flour. But instead, to save on costs for people that are selling and for people that are making to sell, what they do is, a lot of times, sometimes they use dried. You can see that this is you can see how this looks. It's like using bad yam. Sometimes they take this and they add it to dried cassava, also known as lapun. I'll show you what that looks like. So sometimes they just take this and they add it to this and they blend it to give you the same flour, and they will tell you that this is what was blended. I don't know if this makes any sense to you. So instead of getting this your dry, original, pure, made from very healthy yams, you are now stuck with, you can see that this dried yam has spots in it, and to now make it like colorful so it doesn't look, so that the color is not terrible, they then add it to this and they blend it together. Sometimes they sell it, sometimes they'll already blend it for you and sell it, and you won't know what you're buying. Sometimes they blend it and use it to make amala, and you don't know what you're eating. So that's that. So the best way really for this elubo, also known as yam flour, the best way to be sure of what you are eating, again, buy from a trusted vendor, or make sure that you see this, buy the whole dried yam, then blend it. That way you are sure of the kind of flour that you're getting. So have you ever wondered why suddenly we have like extra big chickens, extra big fishes? I don't remember seeing, while I was growing up, and I don't remember seeing chickens that weighed as much as 4 kg, 5 kg, 6 kg. But these days it's like enormous, especially during Christmas. You see like really hefty, heavy chickens. And this just led me into a bit of investigation, find out why our fishes are extra big these days than they usually would be. And I came up with some really, really interesting information. Now what I realized is, while interviewing farmers and people that smoke fish as well, I discovered that there are these things, I think they are called maybe like growth boosters, that people that have fish farms use. So instead of it taking them maybe about 4 months to raise a catfish that would be 1 kg, when they use these boosters, they might crash when they use all these boosters and maybe like some drugs, it might crash the time that they use to raise this same catfish. You can cut it down to maybe like 3 months. So people do that, and what usually happens is that because most of all these drugs and boosters and all of that, I don't have like 100% information on them, but we all know that over time these things can be harmful to the body. And so what usually happens is that even the texture of the fish when it's smoked is different. So what happens is when a catfish is raised with all these boosters and funny antibiotics, what happens is when they are smoked, when you even eat them, there are two things that happen. They are highly perishable, because what you see is they are quick to all these kind of fishes, they are quick to have like maggots and all this mold covering them. And the other thing is, even when you cook with them, the texture of the fish is not as firm. So really, when buying a live catfish, it's difficult to tell which is the one that has been raised with the growth boosters and the antibiotics as to feeding them properly, and the ones that have been raised with proper fish feed. But one of the ways to know is when you buy like maybe smoked catfish and you need to cook your food, and you see that the fish is not firm, it just breaks, and the texture is not really nice. It actually might be a signal that this fish was raised with some form of antibiotic or all these fish boosters. Because what happens with these fish boosters is that, imagine you need 4 months to raise this fish, and you now give the fish something that makes it ready in 2 or 3 months so that you can make money quicker. Obviously, over time, all these things will do some form of damage to the body. So again, one of the best ways to avoid this kind of fish or chicken, if that's the case, is to buy from a trusted vendor, or buy from like a poultry farmer that you trust his practices. So yeah, that's it for catfish. In this episode, we actually talked about how you can differentiate some of the fake, or should I say adulterated foods, from the real ones in the Nigerian market. There are actually so many, or don't let me say so many, but there are quite a number of food products in the Nigerian market that are adulterated. I've been working in the food space for over 10 years, buying and selling food products, so I have an idea of how these things work. And that's actually one of the things that inspired me to do this video. And in this video, I've been able to show, we've checked out smoked catfish, palm oil, honey, and and even yam flour. Just ways to distinguish the adulterated ones from the real ones, because whether we like to accept it or not, these things over time, when we eat all these adulterated foods, they could have like an effect on our health. So it's definitely something you want to pay more attention to. If you've learned anything from this video, please don't forget to leave a comment below. If you have anything to add, anything to add to the ways or the methods I've shown, please feel free to share. And don't forget, if you like what you see, to like, share, subscribe, comment below. Thank you so much for watching the video. I'll see you again soon.